Hi friends and professional greetings of the day. This is Patil welcoming you in our new initiative that is Decodify and Simplify the PMBOK version 7. Hope you had watched our previous session in which in a one slide we had mentioned and decodified the entire PMBOK version 7, the highlight of the or a bird eye view of the PMBOK version 7. Today's session is in the continuation of what we had left in our previous session. So in today's session, we are discussing about this part 1, chapter 1, that is the introduction of the standards. So hope you are enjoying and you are ready for attending today's session. Let's begin. So this chapter 1, that is introduction of the standards, having a 3 section. First would be the purpose for the project management standard. Second would be the key terms and the concept. And the third would be the audience, who are the audience for this standard. So in the purpose, we are discussing about how it relevant for the standard. In the key terms and concept, we are discussing in detail about the vocabulary, standard terms and the concept and the audience. Let's begin. So what is the purpose for the project management standard? So project management standard is providing you the basis to understand the project. It provides you how you can intend for the outcome and the value delivery. So that basis it get from the standards. And you can apply this standard regardless of which industry. Either you can belong from the software industry or minings or any other civil industry or location, whether you are from Africa or Asia, irrespective of the location, irrespective of the size and the delivery approach, whether you are going for waterfall or agile, you can apply this standard. So that is the beauty of this standard, that is giving you a universal applicability. It is self-validating and it gives you an empowerment. So that is the purpose of the standard. Now we are discussing about the key terms and the concept. Now before we go in detail of the key terms, I would like to give you why it is required. So key terms, it's giving you a vocabulary. So the understanding, we can discuss with each other because we can understand each other's language. Similarly, there are some terminology. If we can understand the common vocabulary, we can say in the project management, we can understand each other's language in a better way. So similarly, in the project management body of knowledge version 7, there are some key terms and concept that is very most important required for us to understand so that we can apply this knowledge seamlessly. So you can refer in the chapter 1 over here, or you can refer it in the glossary section after the appendix in the PMBOK version 7. So first definition is the project. What is the project? Project is a temporary endeavor undertaken to produce unique product, service or a result. Irrespective of what would be the product or irrespective what kind of the service, you can apply those principles, tools and techniques for the project management. Program, it's a group of interrelated projects that we call a program that used to achieve a higher objective, outcomes or benefits that cannot be achieved if we are individually managing the projects. If I wanted to give you an example, let's discuss the example 1, that is project 1, that is building a school. Second example, project 2, that is building a college. And the third example, that is project 3, that is launching of the satellite. Now, if I wanted to group them in a program A, let's call program A, that is project 1 plus project 2 plus project 3, not possible because it requires different skill sets. So I can, in a program A, I can group project 1 plus project 2 because it requires a similar set of expertise. What is the advantage? Why I need to integrate or manage at a program level? Because suppose at a project level 1, I require 100 trucks of brick. Project 2, I require 1000 trucks of brick. So if I negotiate at the program level, I can negotiate and get better rates. So that is the one advantage, the cost advantage. Second, I can move the resources. Suppose project 1 resources are not available, I can shift resources from project 2. But I cannot merge with the project 3 because it's having a different skill set. So interrelated projects, I can group that we call program. And the portfolio is the totality of organization investment. When I say totality, it's group, project, program, and the operation as well. So single penny I have invested in a different project program that counts at a portfolio level. That is how I invest money, how I get return from that. That is the portfolio. That is the very C-suite level that we call portfolio. Now, project management. Project management is the application of the knowledge, skills, and tools and techniques to achieve the project objective. Now, there are theories, there are so many tools and techniques available, but until and unless I am utilize them to achieve my project requirement, I cannot term as a project management. So that is project management. Project manager, it is the person who is accountable to execute and to deliver the project objective. In the PMBOK, it is clearly mentioned that we need to mention the name of the project manager in the project charter. So project charter is a document which give an authority to the project manager to utilize the organization resources, and he or she is accountable for the success or fail of the project. So that is a very important person for a project management point of view. And the project team, a set of individual professionals performing of project related activities. It having a cross functionality who is reporting to the project manager generally. So this is the project team. So these are some standard terms and things. Apart from that, there are other terms that I will going to explain, but before that I would like to explain the difference between the project and the operations. So as you see from the screen over, project is a temporary where operation is ongoing. Project is a unique and operation is repetitive. Project closed after attaining that particular objective, where operations are for sustainable business objective. If I wanted to give you an example, project is a temporary because it start and end date very well defined, while operation is for constantly things. Prototyping a car model is the example of the project. It starts with 3 months time period. I come up with the prototyping and the project team is wind up. Where an operation, that is an assembly line production of the car, that is an example that is ongoing for 5 years, 10 years until there is a maturity in the product life cycle that is going on. So this is the difference between project and operation. Why I have given you an example? Because based on that, there are some few other terms that I would like to explain you in the upcoming slide. So value. If you attended my previous session, I had mentioned the value is very important. That is the reason the PMBOK version 7 is put more emphasis on that. PMBOK version 6 is changed radically from a process driven to principle driven, and they are focused more on the value delivery. So what do you mean by the value? Value is the worth, importance or usefulness of something. If I wanted to give you an example, that is, value is the term that depend on person to person. That is, different stakeholder perceive value in a different ways. If I wanted to give an example, for the customer, value is how they utilize the function or feature of the product. Like for me, an iPhone, what are the features it provides? That is a value for me. But for an organization, most of the corporate organization, value would be in terms of the financial metrics, that what are the money they have invested and what are the return you are getting. So return on investment, that is the value for the organization. But for non-government organization or for a government, value, how it differs, how they better serve the citizen for the country, or how they serve the purpose of humanity. That would be a value for them. So society value can include a contribution of group of communities for the environment. So this value is a term that vary from person to person and from a different organization to organization. And now we are discussing system for value delivery. So as I told you that the PMBOK version 7 is more focused on the value delivery. What do you mean? How you can achieve that value? That is a collection of strategic business activities aimed at building sustainable and or advancing the organization. So the collectively, what I told you, that portfolio, different programs, the project and the operation, how collectively all this can add value, how we can bring value. Means suppose what challenges nowadays organizations are facing, there is silos, different projects, different programs, they are not discussing with each other, there is no synergy between, and that is the reason there is waste of resources, there is a very high attrition rate. So all these are reason that we are not getting a value. So in the system for value delivery, we are need to focus how this collectively portfolio, program, project and operation work synergistically to achieve the corporate organization goal, that is the system for value delivery. Now, other key terms in the concept that is very important from the project point of view, that I just flash it over here, that output, capabilities, outcome and the benefits. So what do you mean by the output? The definition says it's a specialized product or delivery. If I wanted to give you an example, let's say in your organization there is no sales system or Salesforce or other software available that process done manually. So that is the need for having a new sales system. You had visualized that project charter is created and the project is assigned to come up with a new sales system. So that is once your project team delivers that output, that we call new sales system. But that output or a product alone cannot serve the purpose or match the organization objective until, because let's say there is a sales system, but after having a new sales system, you get an idea that your revenue is fall by manifold, and you go and dig it out and you come to know that the new sales system, people are not able to utilize them. That is a change management happens to every organization. So capability, you have to build the capability around the output, that a set of project output required to deliver an outcome. So the new sales system is your output, how you can train the manpower, you provide documentation and training, and then they are able to utilize that. That is the capability builder to utilize those output. That is the capability. And the outcome, that is a business change that occur when output is used. So the new sales system and you had created a capability, both worked, and then you get a change in the ecosystem. What kind of change? Like sales order are processed more quickly and with fewer errors. So in a manual system, let's say it took 10 hours to process a sales order and all that complete sales process. After having an automated system, it took hardly 10 minutes. So there is a drastic change. The process is shrink and there is a fewer errors. So that is a change by using the output, and the benefit is always measurable. Please mark this keyword, that is measurable. That is, you should having a KPIs in place, key performance indicator, by which you are measuring the change. Like your costs are reduced by 10%, your sales order are increased by 50%, and your revenue is increased by 10%. That we call a benefit. So this is a key term that you have to understand and define: output, capability, outcomes, and the benefit. That is common everywhere. So when you are PMP aspirant, when you pass the examination and when you are discussing the key terminology, that you have to be differentiate between output, capability, outcome, and the benefits, so that you can coordinate in your team, in your office very quickly and effectively. Now, who are the audience for these standards? All of us. There is anyone who is aspirant for the project management practitioner, consultant, educator, student, sponsor, stakeholder, vendor, whomsoever are having that aspiration to contribute and to utilize the best project management practices. All of them are the audience for this standard. So this is chapter 1, part 1 of the standards. I hope you had enjoyed this session. If you have any queries, difficulty or challenges regarding the PMBOK version 7 and the PMP examination, you can write in the comment section. Would like to answer those queries as soon as possible. Till that, keep enjoying this session. We will try to address all PMBOK version 7 in a detail in the upcoming session. Thank you very much for your kind attention and time. Thank you.